Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the R Show. Uh, right now, Silver here is having a little bit of technical issues, so we'll start our show about whatever until he can pop in, and if we can answer questions, we will. So, how are you doing here, Dwayne?
I'm doing good. Just puddling along, moving a little bit each day. Like I was telling you earlier, I wish it quit snowing so that I could get a little bit more stuff done. But another foot of snow or another 6 inches of snow. So, but other than that, doing good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. We made a sale, and we tried using the new label printer, but it wasn't working properly, so we had to go back to the old printer. So, and we hope we can get it fixed next show. Oh, next
Yeah,
sale.
you'll get it. You'll figure it out. There's enough people out there using it that you'll figure it out. Somebody will, like Chad said, he go get some utilities, and that'll probably fix it.
Yep. So as I was saying, Silver Hair is having issues with his computer, asking him to do the plug-in. He had to restart it, so I don't know. We do not know if he'll be popping in. I just wanted to let everybody else know. So this night, until then, have you ever bought and sold gold, Dwayne? I know I haven't.
Well, I did when I was doing e-waste scrap. I never melted it down and got the gold itself, but I would sell the boards that had gold on it and the gold leaf on it to somebody that would break it down. So I guess in theory I did sell gold, but I never really collected it or refined it down to actual chunks of gold.
Yeah, so one of the questions that we were going to ask, I was going to ask him was, does he look on eBay? Does he look for certain misspelled words or whatever to find a cheaper gold to actually either resell it or to keep it? Because and ask him what a stacker is, because I know what the name. People are wondering, okay, why is he watching reselling if he's a stacker? So
right.
And I see a few people here. We got Angie's in here. Chris is here. Chad's
here.
Owen Wolf. All these people are coming in, and like I said, he's.
Yep, we're up to like 23 people. Wow. Garage Flips. Lonnie's decided to show up. That's awesome.
So
yep, there's Tanya.
Now, I don't deal with gold or silver. I mean, we did it in our jewelry when we buy jewelry, but we don't necessarily go out looking for gold and silver. We just buy the jewelry. So it's kind of hard for me to discuss this without the guest.
Sure. Well, and like you said, I think as resellers, we probably all come across gold and silver, maybe not as often as we'd like, but we probably do. But from what I understand, he goes looking for it. That's something I don't necessarily do. He'll be in just a few minutes, Chad. He's having some technical difficulties. He had to reboot his computer. So he'll be in just a minute. So we're kind of BSing until he gets here.
Yeah, he has problem with his plug-in. I still have Facebook up. I asked him, told him we'd start without him. And if he's able to pop in, we will. Then we'll get onto the topic, and we'll still definitely go extra when he pops in to make up for the time that he's missing.
Sure.
And otherwise, there will not be an after show, or at least not planned. I got things to do and food to eat.
Food to eat. You hear that? He got food to eat. Bye, Chris. Northeast Picker said bye. So, well, very good. What about in the chat? Does anybody in the chat, stockpile gold or go out looking for gold and or other precious metals to, sit on or what?
Well, I don't know if anybody else does. Like I said, I know I don't. So,
I've seen somebody. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the person's name. I'm always seeing them in one of the groups that he's always got a tray full of gold. You know, usually it's jewelry that he found.
See, as Chad just said, he's feeding the fist because most don't advertise that they do it. Because in the community,
Yeah.
That's part of the way I was going to try talking to him if he would about.
Sure, no, I understand. Those are the major stockpilers, I think. I guess it would be inviting unsavory people to your house if you did, but advertised it. So
yeah, Thrift Daddy said he does found a lot this weekend at estate sales, 30 grams of 14-karat jewelry. But see, I said I don't know how far down silver hair it goes, and that's one of the things I was going to ask him, depending on how much he wanted to show, because you can show some stuff pieces too.
Right. Yeah, you know, I've got a big stack of bullion in the back room. You know, I'm just kidding. I wish. Ingot or two. Those are the ones that amaze me. Is those big ingots? You know, they're probably, gosh, I don't know how much they weigh. Probably 10, 15 pounds. That would be pretty cool. So, have you had a chance to go thrifting at all?
Not since the last time you were here, because I'm trying to get into another routine, because with everything that's going on, like with the new president and everything, not that we're talking political. The wife just brought up a question, because I was talking about something that was going on in the group. She said, what if we all of a sudden lost our Social Security? Our age.
Uh-huh.
Are we going to be able to survive and make $700 and something just from the store? And I said, that was what we have up, that we've had it for a while.
Right.
But once we start getting the better stuff up, we may be able to. Which means I would have to go out we'd actually go out and hustle more than we already do.
Right. Yeah, you definitely have to ramp up the business. For sure.
I mean, I do what we can now. Like, I have 5 or 6 drafts set up. 1 draft for Facebook and 5 for eBay that we have to get pictures of. And then while she's doing that or whatever, I'm going to go back and find more of our unlisted inventory that I think we will sell. Because, like I told you, I sold the one of the items that I bought while you.
Yeah, that was cool.
So the store was basically covered with that one sale, luckily, just for this month. Right. That's what I look for more. Is like if I cover the store until it's built on that, I'm happy, because even if it's one sale for $20, that's at least the store's covered, and everything else goes toward the rest of it. And I spend more money on bills that we need to be paid. So.
Yeah. Chicago Crown Hustler says sales were booming today. It's about time. Well, that's good. Glad to hear it. I like to hear when people are doing well. I'm not doing anything because, like I said, I'm kind of in a holding pattern until I get moved. So my things are still listed, but I'm not really doing anything to promote them, put them on sale, or nothing. In fact, I think in the next week or so, I'll probably pull everything down until I move, just to make it so that I can move all my inventory and not worry about something selling and not being able to get to it.
And one of the other things that we got while you were with us might not be legal. So not necessarily, I want to say not legal, but it doesn't have any Major League Baseball logos or anything saying that it's made by the Major League Baseball, but it's a New York leather hat. So I might just put Facebook locally, so that way I don't risk my eBay account not knowing if it's it or not. So
yeah, either that, or I'm sure there's somebody in the reselling community that's a big Yankees fan. Maybe you can find somebody that you can sell it off to one of them, because it's a really nice hat. You'll have to bring it on sometime. It was really cool. I thought that'd be pretty. I thought it'd be a pretty easy sell, but like you said, if you're not marketing correctly, you don't want to get in trouble. So
Right. And that, like, we looked at the only thing that we saw on the inside is on the snap. It says Jason.
hey, Chicago Crown Hustler says he just sold an EZ tie for $109. You hear that, Chad? It can be done. Ilko Zegna does sell. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Crazy because the Yankees, where are they from? You should know where the New York Yankees are from.
Yankees. We need a reseller society swap and sell.
Oh, no, we tried that. There's no way. That's why my buy and sell for the USA is in the descriptions in the link below. There's no way we're having a hard enough time handling 23,000 members in one group. There's no way we're going to be able to handle it selling.
Right. People would be freaking out and there'd be words of flying everywhere. Carolina Flippers asked everybody, I guess, has anyone ever drop shipped? Someone told me today that's the way to go, but I thought you could get in trouble for that.
If you find a great company, you can do it, but I would definitely advise against it because of the fact that you don't control when the product is shipped. You don't control how much you have to pay for it. They have a set. If they have a set price, you have to sell it for. You can't put it on sale. Well, you can, but then if you get caught, you lose that account. If something goes wrong with the product, who's the buyer going to go to? They're going to come at you for the refund. And if the buyer doesn't accept that, you're going to be stuck with a defect and whatnot. So,
yeah, I would say before you do it, definitely find somebody to mentor you a bit, because there are a lot of pitfalls that you can really get into, and you can get into deep trouble and really screw your account up. But if you find somebody that's a good mentor, they may be able to teach you how to work around some of that, that kind of stuff.
And I know there are a lot of groups that say sign up for this, and there's some people that get paid to teach you it. I wouldn't, unless you want to risk losing money. I wouldn't advise it. That's what we started doing before we started thrifting. We were tried doing the drop shipping route, and it didn't work for us.
Mm-hmm.
So then we started going to the garage sales and finding stuff. And we still were losing money, but we were learning by our mistakes. That's why whenever people ask me, I say, I've been doing it for 10 years, but I'm no guru. I don't say I'm a guru. I don't.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't think anybody can, or any of us consider ourselves experts. Well, we learn so much every day, it seems like, and we make mistakes and learn constantly. And
yes, for people that don't know, we should have mentioned this Wednesday, and I thought we were going to. I told you I forgot after about the post office rate going up. So,
okay, Mike, I'm showing you fingers. And there's only one that really stands up a little higher than the rest. I don't want to hear about your record high temperatures, okay? I really don't. I'm sick of the snow. I'm sick of winter this year. I'm done.
Wicked Picker, he's from Utah, and I'm in Colorado.
Right,
No snow, Colorado.
Yeah, shoot, we're a free ragged. Yeah, so let's see. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say now.
Well, you were talking about the drop.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Wicked Picker says he's in Maine. I think we've had maybe 4 days below freezing. Yeah, I've had 4 weeks below freezing. Oh, Thelma Rich is here. Happy Sunday, all. How are you, Thelma? It was 86 today. You hear that? It was 86 today. You know what? My temperature and your temperature combined still was only about half of his. Oh, not half of his, but I mean, it wasn't even. Oh, geez.
Yeah, you got less than half of his temperature. But that's why you're stretching Texas, California, Florida. It stays warm.
That is true. I guess that's I really wanted to. Hey, look at that. We see a little gold coin.
Hey, hey!
Yeah, there.
This stupid computer. Oh man.
Not anymore. You're here.
Woo!
We've been trying to carry the show, but we know absolutely nothing about what you know about. So,
Well, y'all are just dumb.
I'm telling you, I could tell you that already.
No, I'm a kidder. You'll find that out real quick when you talk to me about anything. So how's it going?
It's going good.
It's going better now that you're here.
Well, yeah, y'all haven't gotten any better looking since the last time I talked to you.
And don't plan on that anytime soon.
And just for the folks that are wondering or watch this in the future, Stack is not showing his face because, as we said before, it's part of their community. They protect their IDs that way. But he will be showing some gold and or silver. So
You can look at my eBay mannequin.
And then just put a head on it, and then that'll be him.
Oh yeah, there you go. So, let me open the chat window so I can see what people are talking.
and make sure when you do that you mute that page so that way you don't have any.
Oh yeah, I'm not even on that. Oh, never mind. Can y'all just read me the questions?
Yeah.
If there are any.
Well, there
We
are
will.
we're waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you start out by who you are, what you do, what you want to tell everybody, and how to get a hold of you if somebody was interested in talking to you.
Well, my YouTube channel is Silver Hair Stacker. Yeah. That's it. And let's see. Okay. I am old. That's why they call me Silver Hair. And let's see. What else do you want to know? You want to know I am a father of 2 sons who no longer live in this house. Thank the Lord. Let's see. I have a lovely wife of 31 years. Yeah, 31 years. If she was in here, she'd smack me on the head right now for not remembering how many years. And she's a redhead, so she's kind of fiery. Let's see.
Yeah, we are. See, there you go.
Gingers
unite.
Yeah, there you go. Except she's better looking than you.
I hope so.
So yeah, how did I start reselling? I do it part-time now. I'm a retired band director of 33 years band directing. And then after retiring, I went to work part-time at the Home Depot, just kind of for something to do and make extra Christmas money and vacation money and money to buy silver with. I think silver is an important part of a portfolio if you're a saver. And if you're not a saver, you're kind of dumb. You need to be saving money. I mean, above and beyond and I know some people are probably struggling to get by at times, but gosh, you got to save. And so once I started buying silver, I noticed on YouTube that, hey, there's a whole dang other community dedicated to silver stacking, right? And then I eventually bought enough silver to where, I need to sell some of this stuff because it gained in value and I wanted to take the profit, right? And then buy other silver with it. So how do they do that? So by watching the silver stacking community, a bunch of them sell things on eBay. And so I got into eBay selling. And then about a year ago, that was working pretty good. So I thought, wonder if I can sell other stuff. And then I started watching the reselling community. And boy, I got an education quick. And pretty soon I was making more reselling than I was at my part-time job at the Home Depot. So I quit. And now all I do is part-time resell. So
Well, that's awesome. That's an awesome story. I mean,
so life is good.
From band director to part-time seller or making good money. That's
yeah. So I get a big old honking retirement check from the state of Texas, and anything extra is from reselling.
Cool. Well, you have some questions already.
Oh,
so Thrift Daddy said, "How do you know when a silver dollar has been cleaned?"
it's hard to tell. Sometimes you have to send a coin in to a grading company to get verification on whether one's been cleaned or not. But let's see. I got some silver dollars here. Now this one's been cleaned. Can y'all see my camera?
Uh-huh.
Can y'all see that? Because y'all are frozen on my video right now.
Chip it down just a little bit.
Nope.
This is a Morgan silver dollar. 1890. Now this one's been cleaned.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Nice.
And you can tell because it's shiny. Let's see. Here's another Morgan. Now this one, I'll carry this one around in my pocket, and it's shiny because it rubs on the inside pocket in my blue jeans.
Nice.
See, they stay shiny if you carry them around. But now all silver will tarnish. Like, let me get a piece. Let's see what I got. I had a big chunk in here. Anyway, silver will turn basically almost black.
Right.
And that's a good thing. Here's a piece of sterling silver. It's a big honking earring. See the clasp on the back?
Mm-hmm.
So that is almost black. So this has not been cleaned. But it's okay to clean jewelry, right? Now, a lot of silver coins, it doesn't matter whether you clean them or not. Oh, you just saw part of my face there. That's all right. I leaned in. So that's all right. A lot of silver, what was I saying? A lot of coins are more valuable if you don't clean them. So, I don't know. It's kind of like kind of at a loss for words here.
Well, one of my questions before we go to the next viewer question is, what is the best way to tell the difference between actual silver or gold compared to the plated?
Compared to plated. All right. Now most plated stuff is magnetic, but sometimes they put the plating on so thick that you can't tell. For example, here's a ring. Can you see that?
It's a little blurry, but
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, my webcam is really crappy, but you'll get the idea. Okay, now this ring is, would you guess if that is gold or not?
I have no idea.
Okay. How about now?
plated.
Stuck the magnet to it. Now this is a 14 karat. It actually says 14 karat on the inside band, and then out beside it it says GF.
Gold filled.
So it's got a thin layer of gold around the base metal of probably steel or something. Okay, now that doesn't always work. Some metals are not attracted by magnetism. For example, here's a ring made out of titanium. And it is not magnetic. Look at that. You would think this was solid gold or silver, right? So, and everybody needs to go by Home Depot or wherever and get you some neodymium magnets. They're really strong, and that's what you use. They work much better than a regular magnet.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that use magnets out of like hard drives.
Yeah,
hard magnets are really good too. They're really strong.
Yeah, those are good, and those are bigger. So, and don't get the coin between your finger and the magnet, or you'll mash your finger.
That's for sure.
Some
Yeah,
of them can be really strong.
For sure.
Another tool I use to test for validity of a coin, when you're buying a coin or looking at a coin, a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. So you need to have a scale, right? And here's a little scale I take with me to estate sales and auctions and stuff, and it fits right in my pocket. And you put it on grams. Now, if you've got a piece of silver that's supposed to weigh an ounce, I know by past experience that an ounce of silver weighs 31.1 grams, right? So if you, let me tear it out here. Put the coin on there. I don't know if you can, well, okay, here we go. You see that?
Yep.
This coin weighs 31.3 grams. So with this coin, I actually got a little bit more silver.
Woohoo!
So that's a good thing. If a coin is, now this is a non-government coin. This is just silver bullion. It's a 1 ounce silver bullion coin. In fact, a lot of people say that's not a coin, that's a silver round, right?
Makes sense.
Okay. A coin will have a government logo on it, like United States or Canada or wherever, like United States of America on a silver dollar. Now, governments also put out bullion coins. For example, here, this coin is from the Mexican Mint. It's called a Libertad. It's 1 ounce of pure silver, right? But somewhere on the coin, it will have a denomination usually, like actually, this one doesn't. If it doesn't have a denomination, and it will say how large it is, 1 onza, which is Spanish for ounce, I think. Last time I was in Spanish class, anyway. This coin is called a silver panda.
I don't know why it would be called that.
Yeah, and every year the Chinese change the design on the face of it. This is the 2015 panda, and I don't read Chinese, but there's the stuff about the mint and United States of China or whatever they. Okay. This one is called the Maple Leaf, also a government issued bullion coin. And these are not in circulation for use as like regular money, like a dollar bill, right? So these are just bullion coins. You buy it and stack it up.
But right now, what's an ounce of silver worth right now?
Well, the best way to know that is to go to It's the got an app right here on my phone. Let me check the name of it again. And it's a free app. Anybody can do it. It's called NetDania.
Okay.
And you just hit the app. If you're not using a smartphone, you may not be much of a reseller, right? Okay. And on NetDania, of course, it's got the stock market quotes, but you hit the more button and then the metals prices. And it will give you what's called spot price for, and gold is $1,217 an ounce. And it's flashing because it's changing as we speak. Sorry about my camera work. And then there's also
what was the name of that app again, Silver? Let me type. I want to type it in the
NetDania.
NetDania. Okay.
And the spot price for silver right now is $17.20. And that's up a little bit.
Nice. Okay.
Right, where'd it go?
Well, we got some questions backing up. So
Okay, sorry.
oh no, you're fine. I just want to make sure we get some of these before they get upset.
I'm really bashful.
I'm sure you can talk about this all day, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to know.
Well,
Okay,
know
so
it
we got
all.
Wicked. All right. Wicked Picker says, where is the best place to find gold and silver?
In a storage unit.
Storage units. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And it was perfect timing. You won't believe this. I bought a storage unit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in it. Every bit of this is sterling silver, and there's a little bit of gold.
Nice. Man. Yeah, I need to.
Is that incredible or what?
That's pretty good. Now, did you see that before you bid on it?
I did not. Nobody knew this was in there, right?
Nice.
The unit cost $300, and I've already researched this ring. This is a 14 karat gold ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I found one on eBay selling for $169.
Geez, there you go. You almost got your money back in one ring.
So the value of the silver and the gold, if you just melted it for the spot price, we just looked at spot price, right?
Right.
This right here is $400 worth of silver and gold.
Yeesh.
This is
and that doesn't even
also
count all the other
ring.
stuff that was in the storage unit.
Right. I got clothes. I got smelly clothes like you always get. I got nasty kids' toys. I got oh gosh, I got 2 laptop computers. I don't know if they work yet. I haven't had time to test them.
And that's
anyway,
awesome for sure.
Everybody's going to run across gold and silver eventually. If you're a reseller, right? And if you're armed with a little bit of knowledge, good. If you're not good.
Yep, got to work on that.
Because I could have easily said, "Oh man, look at all that! Look at all that costume jewelry. I wonder if I can sell it on Etsy for. I wonder if I could sell this ring on Etsy for $5 or $10." But no, it's a $169 ring, and I wouldn't have known that had I not. But I mean, look at all this. There's some fancy Mexican silver here. Sorry to brag, but
oh no, this is interesting.
This does this is
good stuff.
This does not happen in. This is the only storage unit I've ever bought that had a large. I bought some that had small pieces of gold or silver, but nothing like this. This is crazy.
Oh, you have somebody in the, let's see, 01 Wuss says, I want the ruby ring. Please PM me.
Well, it's all bent up. Look how bent up it is.
Huh?
Anyway.
I'm just saying what she said.
So now we always want to present our stuff to look good on eBay, right? So
Right.
I've set up a demonstration. This stuff is called Easiest Coin Cleaner. It sells for about $8 for this size bottle on eBay, right? Easiest. And let me find something that we can compare.
And actually, that is one of the questions. It says, do you use never dull, semi-chrome, or Wrights? It sounds like you use this stuff.
I use this stuff. This stuff's good, but it's very caustic. It's got whatever kind of acid, sulfuric or some kind of poison acid. That's what this is. So those three are gold rings. Let's see. Well, I was going to do a comparison here. That computer malfunction I had really messed up my plan.
All right. While you're thinking, let me ask you a couple more questions. Can you, when you get a chance, will you discuss rare coins and what ones we might come across? You know, buffalo nickels, dimes, quarters with special dates, letters, and/or foundry defects.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Way to go, Drew. Way to ask a whole show of a question.
You could spend 2 shows on just the buffalo nickel. Yeah, I try to stay away from rare because you never find it anywhere in the wild. Those stories you hear about finding really rare stuff is really rare. I've never found a rare coin just finding it, you know.
Right.
You usually have to pay up for that stuff, and people who have a rare coin know that it's rare.
For sure.
So, okay, let me go ahead with the demonstration.
All right.
You see how tarnished and black and dirty that looks?
Yep.
Okay, this is that big old honking earring. All right, I just put it down in the solution. Swirl it around a little bit. Can you see that? Sort of.
Yep.
It's kind of a greenish blue. And it may take 2 or 3 treatments, but that's about all it takes, just a few seconds in there. And I've got my water over here that's got baking soda in it to neutralize the acid. So there it is. And that's better. That'll make a better picture on
definitely.
Oh, my magnet stuck to my pliers. Let's see. What's that? Here, let's do this. This is a sterling silver bracelet. And I'll dip half of it.
Okay.
Okay. This is called Easiest, and this is the best cleaner I've found. There are probably others that do about as good. And you just dip it for a few seconds. Now you're not supposed to do this and breathe it in. So, in fact, let me put the lid on. Have you ever smelled rotten eggs?
Never.
That's what this stuff smells like.
So it's a sulfuric acid then?
Yeah, probably. Whatever you said. It's some kind of acid. Okay, now. See if you can tell. All right, this side was in the dip. And then this side was not in the dip. so it's much more dull. So
Right.
before you take your pictures and put them on eBay, you need to dip them. It's kind of like buying batteries for a watch. If you're selling a watch on eBay, does it sell better with batteries? Well, yeah, it does, right?
Right. I would
With
think
a
so.
new battery in it. So,
All right. Thrift Daddy also asked, did you collect the Perth Mint Lunar Series coins?
I do.
Oh, good, because I have no idea what that means.
Okay. This is a 2-ounce silver coin. And this one is a coin, but because it's recognized by a government, y'all know who that is?
Well, the Queen, right?
That's the Queen of Australia, which is also the Queen of England and Canada and et cetera, et
A bunch
cetera.
of places.
Yeah. But anyway, this is called the Lunar Series. This is the Year of the Monkey. And I don't know if I collect them. I haven't collected the whole series. But yeah, I've got quite a few of the Lunar Series of coins.
Very good.
Here's another coin put out by the Perth Mint. And this celebrates some of their wildlife. This is the Australian crocodile.
Nice.
And again, I don't know what's better looking, the crocodile or the Queen. A lot of people say the crocodile.
I was going to say, they're about the same age, aren't they?
Probably.
Let's see. Another question while you're showing off your awesome coin was, do you buy gold and silver from the public? And if so, how do you advertise?
I do not. I probably should, because there's a lot out there on Craigslist. But I would rather spend my time in a storage unit finding stuff to sell just on eBay to buy silver with. I think it's more productive. If I can buy a storage unit for $300 and sell all the stuff in it for $1,000, I would rather do that than see. On the big thing about gold and silver are the margins. If you can get it cheap, yeah, it's worth it. But nearly all the time, you cannot like go to a coin shop, or there is no there's no thrift store for silver. There's no thrift store for gold, right?
Right.
You can't buy stuff cheap and resell it for a good profit. A coin shop is going to know exactly what they've got.
You got to just come across it.
And to make a profit on gold and silver, you must be able to get it cheap. And so I don't even really look for it. Now, when I run across some, that's a good thing. Another way to test a coin is to get a coin slide. Here's another demonstration. Get a regular coin. All right. Here's a penny.
Okay.
It's a modern penny. It has no copper in it. And watch what it does when it slides down the slide. Along here are neodymium magnets underneath the felt. So when I let go of it, well, maybe it does have a little bit of copper. It's sliding pretty slow. That's a bad damn. Let me go get a quarter. Hang on. I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, while he's doing that, Dwayne, I want to apologize because of you asking all the questions. My internet has been cutting in and out. That's why it seems like I'm freezing.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah, I've just been asking them.
Yeah, every time I'm gonna say I got a question, it freezes. So you ask the next question. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and. But I apologize in the chat, and I wanted to do it while he's getting the quarter.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, Yard Sale Hunter, go ahead and ask questions. I'm putting them over in the chat, and we're getting them to them.
Sorry, am I talking too much for the chat question?
No, you're fine.
All right,
you're fine.
Here's a regular quarter. Watch the speed that it goes down the slide. Okay.
Okay.
And here's a piece of silver. It's a slower rate.
Uh-huh.
If a coin has silver in it, I think my thing is dirty. It's why it's sliding slow. If a coin has silver in it, it will slide slower down the slide. And if you have like a bar of silver, you can take, if you're out in the field and all you have, and I got a little piece of metal on my keychain, right? And I always have my keychain with me. And I got a little piece of steel on here, and I just keep my magnet right on my keychain with me.
Sure.
So take that off. Now you can, if you've got like a large enough coin, you can take a neodymium, I stuck to that, and slide it across the face of a coin, and it will travel slowly across the coin. But if that were not silver, like this little metal medallion here, it just goes zip, right?
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Take a little magnet, and it goes really fast across there, because the slower speed with a silver coin means there's silver in it.
Interesting.
You see the difference here?
Absolutely.
This one goes a little slower, and this has no silver in it, and it just zip, it just goes off.
Okay, so I've got two questions that are similar.
Okay.
It says yard sale hunter and wicket picker. And wicket picker both basically asked, when you can't find gold and silver, what else do you look for, and what else do you list?
Oh gosh.
So do you have a niche, or do you just kind of list everything that's in your storage
I will
unit?
sell anything, baby, that'll make money and I can ship. Right? Gosh, one of my big things, I went to an auction, and I bought 200 boxes of flea and tick treatment, brand new in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I got them for about 15 cents a box. And I've been selling them on eBay for about $9 a box.
Nice.
I got, at the same auction, I got 300 toilet brushes.
Wow.
And they're electric ones. You put batteries in it, and it does the scrubbing for you.
Okay.
I've been selling them 2 for $12, and I bought 300 of them for $30.
Nice.
And I sell clothes. I got my mannequin over here. So
Yep.
if I run across, I watch you guys,
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. Let's see. Do you ever look on eBay for sellers who make mistakes in their spelling, or for lots?
Again, I would rather spend my time at estate sales, garage sales. The margin of error, those things are available on eBay, and a lot of people scrounge eBay for that. But I think I can make more money buying just generic stuff like all resellers do, and reselling it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Let's see. We also have Turtle Trader wanted to know, what do you think about the people that hoard the pennies with the more copper, pre-84?
I think it's a good idea. I've got stacks of pennies, and they're like pre-83, so 1982 and before, are, 90% copper? And copper is worth how much now? Anyway, a penny's worth about 2.5 cents now. So any copper pennies you get, you should save. And if America ever quits using the penny, then you'll be able to sell all your copper pennies for copper value, right?
Right.
So that's a good idea. If you just, everybody keeps a change drawer, right?
Sure.
So you need to take out all your copper pennies just as you get them and throw them to the side and save them back. They don't cost you anything really to do that.
Right.
And a lot of people,
And Henry,
a lot of people go to the bank, and I've done this before, and they'll buy what is it, $100 box of pennies, and then just go through every one of them while they're watching TV or whatever, and pick out all the copper ones. So,
right. Henry wants to know, what is the most valuable gold thing that you have sold?
Oh gosh.
If you're willing to say, of course.
I don't know about gold. I don't sell much gold. Actually, I made the most off of a silver set, and it was they also by the Perth Man, they put out a series of coins called the Gods of Olympus, and it was a 4-coin set, and they were 2-ounce coins this size, and the set cost like $700. And when the set was complete, I had all 4 coins in the set, and I sold them for $1,800.
Wow, nice.
But that's a very niche thing, and it's dangerous because now you can buy the same set for about $1,200. Mm-hmm. So the price has really gone down in a short amount of time on those.
Wow. Okay, Wicked Picker wants to know, is there a high rate of return on gold and silver? People saying that they're fake on eBay.
Well, I'm sure there is a high rate of return for a fake one, and there's a lot of fakes on eBay.
I guess that's what his question is there is a lot of fake out there?
Oh, absolutely. There's fake silver on Amazon right now. I should have opened up that. I didn't even think that question might be asked, or I would have pulled up the site and screen shared a fake one.
Sure. Also, another question is it legal to melt U.S. coins or not?
Yeah, as long as you don't tell anybody. No, it's it's legal to melt. You won't get in any trouble. Now the old coins, the pre-64, right? Does everybody know that 1965 they quit using silver in coins, right?
Right.
Except for Kennedy $50. And for 4 more years they used 40% silver in the Kennedy halves. But all American silver dollars, and like the Ben Franklin, here's a Ben Franklin 1937. These have 90% silver. So you can test a fake or a real, again, with your magnet. It should slide slow if you hold it at about a 30-degree angle, which it does. It's kind of hard to do on a coin because they're short. Now on a silver bar, as long as you have a smooth surface, the silver bar will be a longer. And again, there's that comparison. It goes kind of slow over that.
So Drew wants to know, why does it do that? What is it that makes it go slower if there's silver in it?
Golly, I am not a
physics
I am not.
teacher.
There's something about silver, and copper will do it too. So a copper penny will slide slow, like silver will. But yeah, see, none of this is. Uh-oh, I got a faker in there.
Oh, see, you were lying to us. You said that was all sterling. Oh.
Okay, I got one piece that is absolutely not silver in here, you faker. But it says, I don't think my camera will pick it up. On the clasp, it says 925.
Maybe the
Now,
clasp is 925.
So obviously, the only silver in this necklace is the clasp. Oh, what a tangled web this piece is.
There you go. See, Yard Sale Hunter wants you to go over the 1982 pennies and why they're worth keeping again.
Because they're like 90% copper. And the price of copper, a copper penny is actually worth about 2.5 cents right now. When a couple of years ago, when the price of copper went up to like a bunch, a copper penny was worth up to 4 cents for a little while when copper was real high. You heard about people stealing copper out of air conditioning units and selling it at the scrapyard?
Yep.
They were doing that when the price of copper was real high. And now that copper's gone back down a little bit, that's slowed. But yeah, if and when, like Canada has stopped using pennies. They're not minting new pennies, right? You may not have known that. Anyway, Canada is not, Canada is not minting pennies anymore. And if America ever stops using the penny, which probably will happen, I mean, what can you buy with a penny anymore? Not much. If America ever stops using pennies, then at that point, you'll be able to sell the pennies for scrap or melt it yourself and then sell the copper bar. So a penny will be worth a penny right now is worth a pre-83 penny is worth 2.5 cents in copper value.
So Wicked Picker, talking about this, wants to know, is there any market to sell 82 and below on pennies, or only to hold them for their copper?
I don't know. I've never tried to sell any myself. I think you would have to have a large amount of them for the shipping to pay off if you sold them on eBay. I'm sure somebody would buy them. But I don't know if anyone.
I can't see that there'd be a huge market for them based on, like you said, the shipping cost. You'd have to have quite a bit to offset that shipping cost and still make it so you can make money.
Right. You'd have to have a lot of pennies to make shipping worth the price at that point.
So, all right. I think I got everybody's question. Did I get everybody's question in the chat? Did I miss anybody? If I did, go ahead and put it back in the chat. I think I got everybody's. I know Chris has a few more.
I think mine were covered in the chat.
Okay, so you did get them all in. Okay, good.
Okay, so
you know what?
I wrote down a few things to be looking for when you're at an estate sale and you're going through their pile of jewelry on the inside of rings and whatever. You want to look for.
Pull back just a little bit.
You want to look for.
There we go.
0.800. That's a kind of a common amount of silver in a piece of silver jewelry. 925 is the very most common. That's sterling silver. And this is the amount of silver in the content of the metal.
So it's a percentage, correct?
Right. So 1,000% would be pure silver. And 0.925 then is pretty darn close. Yeah. And there's also some 720 silver out there. A lot of Mexican coinage has 0.720 on it. If you see that for cheap, buy it. Yeah.
Now, do they have things that are more silver than 925, or is that just pretty much the highest they go in that alloy for making jewelry and such?
Not for jewelry, because anything higher than 925 and you lose your strength in the metal.
Okay.
But like this this Canadian maple leaf, you won't be able to see it with my camera, but right here it says 0.9999. So this is as
close as you can get.
This is certified by the Canadian Mint that it is less than 0.1% not silver. So it's about as pure as you can get. And the same is true for the American Eagle. But anyway, another thing I wanted to mention is, of course, we've already talked about spot price, but then there's premium. And that's where coins get kind of hairy to buy. Like in a silver dollar, there's probably about $12 worth of silver. But you cannot buy a silver piece dollar for $12. It's always going to have what you call premium on it. In other words, the spot price plus what people think its real value should be. Right? So you got spot plus premium equals the value of the coin.
Gotcha.
Right? That's why this ring is worth $169, but in gold and stone value, it's probably about 50, 60 bucks.
So it's just value added based on what it the gold or silver is made into.
When you hear coin people talk about premium, that's what they mean. What's the value of a coin above and beyond? Now, if you buy, let's say you went to a coin shop and you wanted to buy 1 ounce maple leaf coin, they would charge you a premium on top of spot price. So the coin shop would look at spot price. Okay, it was around $17.20. And they would add about $4 to that for the premium.
And that's just for, like I said, that's just for the shape of it, right? What makes it look special.
Right. Or because it's pure silver and it's exactly an ounce. And government issued bullion is worth more than this. This is put out by the Ohio Precious Metals Corporation. This is also 1 ounce of pure silver. This has the same amount of silver as this government issued one, right? But this one has a lower premium because it's not guaranteed by a government. But I mean, you could prove all day long that this is silver. And you could prove all day long that this is silver, but this got the queen on it and a date, and a lot of government issued coins will have a denomination on it.
Okay. Well, my goodness, we've already gone to over an hour. So
did we?
One other question that was asked by Chris, being his is kind of having a little bit of difficulty, is can you explain what a stacker is?
A stacker, there's lots of reasons to stack. One, it's a good way to save money. If you've got your money out of the bank See, the bank will take your money and create new money out of it in the form of loans and just add more debt to America, right? So a lot of people stack because they want to strengthen America. As much money as gets taken out of the common circulation and into a hard asset like a piece of land or silver or gold, that's good for America. That's good for people.
Never thought of it that way.
Also, another reason to stack is you don't trust the government. What's our national debt right now?
I have no idea. A whole lot.
I do know that it increased $75,000 per person in America during the last 8 years administration. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody or get political, but that happened. So if we keep going down this road, many people believe that the dollar will crash and we'll go into another depression like the 1930s. But if you've got silver, for every amount the dollar crashes, silver stays the same. In other words, I bought a 1 ounce silver coin in 1976, and it cost me $5. And in 1976, I could go to Pizza Hut and buy pizza and 2 soft drinks for me and my date. Right? Now, in our time, you can do the same thing with 1 ounce of silver value. This will buy a pizza and 2 soft drinks at a Pizza Hut. But will $5 buy a pizza and 2 soft drinks at Pizza Hut for you and your date, like they did in 76? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It doesn't inflate. It's an inflation-proof currency.
Silver rocks along. If you're a stacker, you may never make a bunch of money by stacking, but you're protecting the value of the dollars you have against going down. Now, what are interest rates paying you at the bank right now?
I don't know. Are they paying anything? 1 or 2%? Something silly like that?
Not at my bank, right? So if silver goes up, and there's people who time the market. They'll buy a bunch of silver when the price of it's driven down on the spot market, and they'll sell it when the price zooms up. So
makes sense.
And it changes a lot. And if you can time that right, a lot of stackers time the market,
right, and kind of skim off and buy buy it when it's low and sell it when it's high. Now, do you ingot yours, or do you just use it as the shape it's already in?
I just keep it in the form it's in. Yeah.
So you don't blast furnace it down into ingots or anything rounds?
No.
Okay.
No. And there's a group of silver stackers that are melting down like generic. We call it generic, like the OPM round here. It's just a round of silver. They'll melt this down and make their own design with it. Pour into molds, and then they can sell their design silver for more and get a better premium off of a fancy design than just the generic silver would have been. So
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can not cut out.
Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Silver here, thanks for showing up. You were having problems.
Yep. Sorry about that.
It's not your fault.
That's why we get you to come in a little bit early so we can try and take those taken care of. So,
and we will see you on Wednesday nights and for the next drive-by. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, so keeping the year out, you never know what might pop in our heads this coming week. And I hope everybody enjoyed what they learned. And there will not be an after show, as I explained. You can, as you can tell, if I'm already cutting in and out during a show, it's not going to work too well with a whole bunch of people. So hit that like button if you have. If you
Thanks
haven't.
again, Silver Hair.
You bet.
I think a lot of people learned quite a bit, and it was good to have you on.
All right. Fun.
All right.
All right.
See you.
Bye.